trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents.
I want to show you a brief demonstration of how to load one of these cameras. This is a 35mm camera. We went over the different parts to it, and now I'm going to show you how to load it. Before we do the actual demonstration though, I want to show you what a film canister or cassette looks like. And this is why it's very important, as we mentioned in the last one, never to force a camera. This film is rolled in a canister, which is essentially a light tight box. And in film, unlike paper where we can have safe lights on, film cannot be exposed to any kind of light at all. So it always has to be in a perfectly light tight container, and that's what this is. It will eventually go into the camera, and you're going to see that that becomes a light tight container also. But take a look here at how this is constructed. We roll our own film here at the school because it's a lot cheaper, and I'm going to take this apart so you can see what it looks like. I'll pop one end off here. I'm going to push this out, and you see that I've rolled it. We rolled it along this spool here, and at the very end of the film it's simply taped. Okay, that's a piece of masking tape. Now if you run to the end of it and you start to force the film, this is what's going to happen. You're going to rip that off of the spool, and you won't be able to get the film out properly. You have to go into one of those changing bags and actually pull it out that way. So that's just a little caution there. I wanted you to see how that's done. And now let's take a look at the camera. Okay, the first thing you want to do when you try to load the film, you want to orient the camera away from you. It's a lot easier if you do it from the back. So if you take a look down here, here is your camera's going to look like this. You have this little lever that will pop up, and what we're going to do now is open the back, and you just pull it up slightly. It'll come up fairly easily, and it's going to stop. There's a built-in little stop there, and we want to force this open. So just take your fingers and kind of wedge it open, and you see the back will then pop open. Okay. Now back in here, you can see here is the shutter. Okay, and if I engage it here and then open it, you see there is the aperture, or the f-stop, the lens opening. Okay. So we're going to put the film over here on the left. Now before we do that, take a look here at the canister itself. There's two sides. There's the top, which is flat, and the bottom has a little post sticking out of it. And the bottom is going to go down here at the bottom of the camera, like so. And it's going to fit in there. It's not going to fit any other way. It's going to be very difficult to get that in. So just make sure that that's down on the bottom. The post is on the bottom, like so. And then you want to push this down and wiggle it into place. That should be flat. Okay. Now you take the film, and if you notice, it wants to curl. So the best thing to do is to hold the canister down with your thumb and take this, and you're going to move it over to here. And if you look, it's kind of hard to see, but if you look, there's going to be little slits here that go around this post, the take-up reel. And you're going to put this end of the film into one of those slits. And down on the bottom are little sprockets, and they're going to correspond with these sprocket holes. So you move the film over, and you wedge it in there, just enough to get it started. Now it's not going to catch until we advance it. So this is how we do it. Okay, you move your advance lever, and if this is tight, then you have to push the shutter release. So we advance it, and you can see right now that it's caught. If it's not caught, you have to redo this. We advance again. So this is how it should look before you close it up. It should be secure in there. And then you just close up the film, the camera. Okay. Now this film, the film that is in there, take a look here. Again, this is all exposed to light, so it's useless. And we want to move this part all the way over here, but we want to do it in a light tight condition. So what we do is advance the film like so, there. Okay, push it off. Now I've moved it about this much. Okay, and I want to do it again, like so. And now on the third time, when I do that, I'm going to have fresh unexposed film here. All right, so that's how you load it. And we're going to run through this because I want to show you how we unload the film. And at the end, you see, it's going to be tight. And again, do not force it. We do not ever want to force the camera because you could break it. Turn the camera over, and here is your release button right here. And all you have to do is take your finger and push it. And this is going to release the gears over here. And at that point, you come back, lift this lever up, and then you just follow the arrows. You're going to wind it in a clockwise manner. Okay, and you keep going and going, and all of a sudden, you're going to feel that it runs free, like that, okay? That means the film has gone from here all the way back over to here. So, at that point, you do what we did at the beginning, pull this up a little bit, force this up slightly with your fingers, open it up, and there we have our film. It's been exposed, and now it's back into its little light tight box, okay? Close up the camera, and you put that back on the rolling cart. So that's how you load and unload a 35mm camera.
Trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8, 12, 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. 3rd boxcar, midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Whoa, worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found. Short, but not too big around. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. I know every